Good afternoon again. This is Dave Percival for Webby Sports Roundup in Tenerife, and as I said before on the previous video, we'll sit outside the marina down by the canal on this lovely Wednesday lunchtime. With me I've got two guests. I've got my brother who's got the England shirt on, Andy, and my mate Angelo, who we used to work together at Tesco's for all those donkey's years, 33 years to be exact. And I'm going to ask them their views as the Premier League and the Football League is up on us. I'm just going to ask these guys what they think is going to happen to their prospective clubs. Andy's a Liverpool fan and Angelo is a Tottenham Hotspur fan. Boo. And also, Angelo, let me tell you a little story about Angelo. Angelo is Italian born, okay? So when Italy play in a tournament, he wears his Italy shirt, and as soon as they get knocked out of the tournament, the Italy shirt goes back in the closet, and out comes the Three Lions of England, his native home, Incley, Leicestershire. So he is Italian when he wants to be. But then when they get knocked out of the tournament, he suddenly becomes one of us. He's an Englishman and he wears his Three Lions shirt with pride. So, Angelo, looking ahead to the Premier League season that's up on us, how do you think Tottenham are going to fare in the Premier League?
My personal opinion is that they do exactly as they did last year and finish 5th or 6th.
What about players in or out? What do you think they'll do business-wise?
I just hope they do a little bit of business, get another striker in, and possibly another decent midfielder.
What about the current squad that they've got? Do you reckon it's good enough, or do you reckon it needs a mass overhaul to give them a threat of like Champions League football?
I think it needs 2 to 3 players extra, and that can put them in the Champions League playoffs.
And what do you think? What is your feelings on Ange what's his name? Angie, the manager, Postecoglou.
He's got the same first name as me, so I'm all right.
So what do you reckon?
I like him. I like him. I think he's good for us.
Do you think
his attitude?
Do you think he can take Tottenham to the next level?
Yes, I think I can.
You think he can? So what?
Depending if we get some players.
So what is your prediction for a Tottenham finish in the Premier League this season?
I can't see it any better than 5th or 6th.
You can't?
Not really. Not unless you get some more players.
Right then, that's Angelo. That's Angelo is on his view on
my honest view,
the cockerels of Tottenham Hotspur.
Because everybody else is doing a little bit better at the moment, I reckon.
Happy days. Good stuff, Angelo. Andy, Liverpool, what's going to happen post Jurgen Klopp era with the new manager? What's going to happen at Liverpool?
What's his name?
Slot.
Slot.
So what's going to happen at Liverpool this coming season?
I think he'll do well. He'll have a good squad. He'll add to a few more players to the squad to make it a bit more stronger. I think we've got a good chance of finishing 3rd, 2nd this year, behind Man City again. I don't know about if he'll sell Trent to Real Madrid yet. We don't know. We're just waiting for a confirmation, see what's happening, if he's going or he's staying.
What about incomings and outgoings from the club? Do you reckon there'll be much on the transfer field? Do you reckon there'll be players leave when players coming into the club?
I think there will be some players leaving, and I think he needs at least another 3 more players to strengthen the squad from last season.
So going forward, do you think you'll see your striker scoring loads of goals this season and making them a threat in the Premier League?
I think there will be a threat. The 3 players we still have got, but if he brings another striker, I still think he needs to bring another striker in, because the striker we had last season weren't scoring enough goals.
And what do you think about the future of Mo Salah? Do you reckon he'll stay at Liverpool and see out his contract?
I think he'll finish his contract this season, and then by next season I think he'll be going to the Saudis.
So how do you think that like the fans at Liverpool will take to the change in management? Do you think it'll go smoothly, or do you think there'll be a few bumps in the road?
I think it'll take time. There'll be a couple of bumps in the road, but you just got to give him time, like a gig with Klopp. Then I think he'll do a good job eventually.
So next question, and the last question I'm going to ask you, what do you think to Jurgen Klopp being linked to the England job?
I think he'll do a good job. I think it'll be ideal for him because he's got no stresses what he did have at Liverpool. But I think he would be a good manager. He will get the England squad up to scratch and make them more entertaining football and what it was negative with Gareth Southgate. So I think it's a good chance of him having a job.
Yeah, so that's the question I was getting round to was what do you think if Jurgen Klopp was to take the England job, do you reckon he could get the best out of the group of players he's got now? Whereas Gareth Southgate, they only showed in spells what they were capable of. Do you think that if Klopp was to take the job, do you reckon he could take England to the next level?
Yeah. I think Klopp could take England to the next level and win us some trophies because he's got that mentality of making players work and do the job. And players want to play for him because he's that kind of a manager.
Yeah. And finally, what do you think the Liverpool fans' view would be if Jurgen Klopp was to take the England job?
I think the Liverpool fans won't have a problem with it. I think they'll be supporters to whatever he wants to do after he's left Liverpool.
So, Liverpool season in a nutshell. Where do you think they're going to finish?
Second, I think.
Second. So you're gonna go second. Angelo, finally.
Can I ask a question?
You can ask a question.
What do you think about Klopp being an England manager? The same question to you, or you just asked Andy?
I just think that like whoever takes the job on will get the job probably on merit. And do we want to go down the international route as a manager again? My opinion is probably not. But when we look at what we've got available, English managers, you know, you've got Sean Dyche, you've got Eddie Howe. There's really not a lot around. So look, if we have to go international route, then obviously we will. My ideal candidate would be Pep Guardiola, based on what he's done at Man City and what he can get out of the top class players he's got. And there's no doubt whatsoever that England have got a great crop of youngsters. It's whether they can get the best out of them. Like I say, my opinion is go English, but if you can't go English, go down the international route. And in my opinion, Jurgen Klopp or Pep Guardiola would be the ideal candidate to take the job. Serena Wiegman being linked with a job.
That is funny.
You know, it's like, look, it is what it is. She's got to be interviewed. If she expresses her interest, she's got to be interviewed. And